Rules for rounding, you guys learned this, I don't know, elementary school?
Yeah.
So say you had a number 14 and you wanted to round it to the nearest tens. So what I do is I draw a little line underneath here and I says, okay, I'm going to round it. Either it's going to stay at that number right there or it's going to go up. And what's going to determine whether it stays there or goes up is the number beside it. So will this round to, will it round down to 10 or will it round up to 20?
Down.
Down to 10 because 4 is less than 5. And then they say, well, what if it's a 5? Do you round down to 20?
Up.
If it's a 5, you go up.
5 or more raise the score 4 or less, letter S.
Say that again.
5 or more raise the score 4 or less, letter S.
I like that.
That's what my mom taught me.
I like that. Okay. So those are the basic rules for rounding. It also applies in scientific notation. So let me give you a couple of examples of that. Let's take, for example, the number 2.19 times 10 to the 3. So I just said, if you see it, it's significant. So how many sig figs do I have right here? 3. Right, you don't do anything with the times 10 to those are just, that's just a simply placeholder, right? So there are 3 significant figures right here. What if you wanted to, what if you were forced to round it to 2 significant figures? Then you actually have to round it. So 2 sig figs, that means that this one and this one are the only ones I get to keep. And so I'm going to ask myself, does this round up to 2.2 or does it stay at 2.1?
2.2.
2.2 because it depends on this 9. This 9 is above 5, so it actually rounds up to 2.2 times 10 to the 3. All right. Let me do another example with a number that's less than 1. So if I had 0.0134, how many sig figs are there? 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Uh-oh. And if I want to write that in scientific notation, I can only have 1 digit to the left of the decimal, so that's 1.34, and I had to move that decimal to the right twice, so that's 1.34 times 10 to the negative 2. And in fact, I still have 3 sig figs here. But what if I was going to round that to 2 sig figs? Then I only get to keep the 1 and this one, so I need to know whether it stays at 1.3 or whether it rounds up to 1.4. It stays at 1.3. Okay. This is pretty simple, but a lot of people got to that last problem on the quiz and went, I don't know what to do. What do you mean I can only have 2 sig figs? All right. So this is going to happen a lot when you're calculating with significant figures.